All right. Commissioner, we were able to get an interpreter. Okay, all right, thank you. Please be seated. Okay, just going to give me a second to get settled, so. Hello, how are you? Make sure you do the top of it. Just hold it right there after you get on it, but it's a little stubborn. Absolutely, no problem. Oh, yeah, you know what we do? Something paranormal. Almost there. Okay, can the interpreter hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, let me have Mr. Sabros. Mr. Sabros, come in, please.
Señor Sabros, pase a la sala, por favor.
All right, this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for July 22nd, 2025.
Esta es la lista de casos de vistas incoatorias para el día 22 de julio 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the 1st of the month will also apply to these hearings.
La orden emitida en la primera lista de casos del mes a las 2 de la mañana para la toma de ADN y muestras de huellas digitales aplicará a esta lista de casos.
All right, and Counsel Skinner, are you ready to go?
Abogado Skinner, ¿está listo?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Sí, su señoría, gracias.
All right. Let me get my camera on also. Okay. All right. Mr. Sabreros, please wait for the interpreter and then tell me your full name and date of birth.
Señor Sabreros, por favor espere al intérprete. Luego dígame su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Heriberto Sabreros Sánchez, 2-11-93.
Heriberto Sabreros Sánchez, 2-11-93.
All right, sir. Apologies. After the interpreter, I'm going to have the prosecutor announce.
Abogada fiscal se presenta, disculpe.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. Veronica Skinner on behalf of the Attorney General's Office for the state.
Buenos días, su señoría Veronica Skinner, a favor de la Procuraduría.
All right. Mr. Sabreros, you've been arrested on the following allegations.
Señor Sabreros fue arrestado por las siguientes acusaciones.
One allegation of money laundering as a Class 3 felony.
Una acusación de lavado de dinero, un delito de categoría 3.
One allegation of illegally controlling or conducting a business enterprise. That's a Class 3 felony.
Y otra acusación de llevar a cabo o tener control de un negocio ilícito. Es un delito de categoría 3.
Based on what the police submitted, there is probable cause for both of those crimes.
Basándome en lo que ha presentado la policía, dicto que hay fundamento fáctico para ambas acusaciones.
I am appointing a lawyer to represent you.
Le asigno un abogado para que le represente.
I'm scheduling your next 2 court dates. That will be a status conference, July 28th at 8:30 in the morning.
Programaré sus siguientes 2 fechas de comparecencia. Tendrá una consulta de actualización el 28 de julio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And a preliminary hearing, July 31st at 8:30.
Y la audiencia preliminar el día 31 de julio a las 8:30 de la mañana también.
Those will be in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is on your paperwork.
Eso será en el Tribunal Superior en el centro de la ciudad. La dirección de este vendrá escrita en la hoja.
Before the court sets conditions of release, what does the state want to recommend?
Antes de fijar las medidas cautelares, ¿qué desea decir el Estado?
And please try to remember to say it one sentence at a time.
Trate de recordar de hablar una frase a la vez, abogada.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Sí, su señoría, gracias.
The Attorney General's office is recommending a $150,000 cash bond in this matter.
La Procuraduría está recomendando una fianza de $150,000 en efectivo en este caso.
This defendant was being investigated by a DEA task force in conjunction with the Scottsdale Police Department.
Este acusado era blanco de una investigación realizada por la DEA y la policía de Scottsdale.
He has ties to a known Mexican drug trafficking organization who's directing movements of the proceeds seized in this case.
Él tiene vínculos con una organización de narcotráfico en México, quien coordinaba el movimiento de la ganancia en este caso.
He is a citizen of Mexico.
Es ciudadano de México.
And law enforcement was unable to verify any legitimate employment in the United States.
Y las agencias del orden público no pudieron verificar que tiene empleo legítimo en los Estados Unidos.
The arresting agency noted several arrests on the Form 4.
La agencia que le arrestó notó varios arrestos en la hoja 4, el formulario 4.
The AG was following up on the disposition of those charges prior to this matter being called.
La Procuraduría estaba haciendo averiguación acerca de la resolución de aquellos casos antes de que se convocara este caso.
And I received information that there may be a conviction out of Pinal County Superior Court, but I have been unable to verify that at this time.
Recibí información que es posible que haya un antecedente en el Tribunal Superior en el Condado Pinal, pero hasta ahorita no lo he podido verificar.
But given this defendant's ties to Mexico and the nature of the case with the organization involved, the state believes the recommended bond is appropriate.
Pero debido a los vínculos de este acusado con México, la naturaleza del ilícito y sus vínculos con la organización previamente nombrada, creemos que la fianza propuesta es apropiada.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, su señoría.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sabros, I've considered what's been alleged against you and the statements of the prosecutor here in court.
Señor Sabros, he considerado las acusaciones que se han hecho en contra de usted el día de hoy.
And at this moment in time, that it appears you don't have any criminal history in the state of Arizona. I'm not giving any weight necessarily to the potential conviction from another county.
Tal y como están las cosas, no parece tener antecedentes penales en este estado. Por esa razón, no le atribuiré peso alguno a la pretensión que se ha hecho de que posiblemente tenga un antecedente en otro condado.
And based on the offense conduct alleged against you, the court finds that based on the danger that that activity poses to the community and the extreme flight risk that you pose, that the state's recommendation is appropriate.
Pero debido a la naturaleza del delito imputado y el peligro que ese tipo de actividad representa en la comunidad y debido a que usted representa una alta propensidad a la fuga, creo que la fianza propuesta es apropiada.
So bail is set in your case in the amount of $150,000, and that is cash only.
La fianza en su caso se fijará por el importe de $150,000 en efectivo.
If you deposit that money with the court, you will be released between now and your trial.
Si usted presta esa fianza, usted gozará de la libertad provisional entre hoy y la fecha de su juicio oral.
If you don't deposit that money with the court, then you remain in custody until and unless another court issues a different order.
Si usted no presta esa fianza, usted seguirá preso hasta que otro juez dicte algo a lo contrario.
You have other conditions of release that will be on your paperwork.
Habrá otras medidas cautelares que figurarán por escrito en su hoja.
I'll just point out a couple of them, which are no contact with any co-defendant you may have.
Solo le voy a recalcar algunas de ellas. Entre estas, tendrá prohibido contacto con los coacusados.
You may not possess any weapons nor any drugs without a valid prescription.
Tiene prohibido tener armas y tiene prohibido tener drogas sin receta médica.
You may not leave the state of Arizona without the court's permission.
Y tiene prohibido salir del estado de Arizona sin antes obtener permiso del tribunal.
Anything further from counsel?
¿Algo más por parte de la abogada? No, su señoría, gracias.
All right, thank you. Then, sir, your paperwork is there on your left. The officer has it, and counsel is welcome to disconnect. Thank you.
Gracias, señor. Puede pasar por su hoja ahí a la izquierda y abogada, gracias.
All right. Could the interpreter make a general call for me before I let you go?
Yes, ma'am. ¿Hay alguien más en la sala que no habla inglés y necesita intérprete de español?
Okay, we're seeing, looks like no hands. Okay, all right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. All right, next I'm going to go to Liza Fadul. If you please come all the way to the, could be Lisa right here. Thank you so much. Right here to the podium. All right. Good morning, and can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Liza Fadul, August 1st, 2003.
August 1st?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. You're on a new case. You were arrested for one allegation of aggravated assault as a Class 5 felony, one allegation of criminal trespassing in the first degree as a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next two court dates will be in the downtown Superior Court. I'm actually setting 3 court dates for you, which I will explain. The first one is a status conference, July 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That's next week, with a preliminary hearing July 31st at 8:30. Now, in between those, you're going to have a bail eligibility hearing. The reason you need a bail eligibility hearing is that you're not eligible for bail today. I have to hold you in this case because you have an open and pending felony case. Looks like you're in the task diversion program
For,
in 2025 118874 with an initial appearance on May 4th of 2025. So I'm going to double check that because I just saw something funny on it. It was listed as a PF. Yes. So you've been in suspended prosecution, and there actually has been a motion filed to restart the prosecution, but when you are in suspended prosecution for purposes of being in a drug diversion program, that counts as an open and pending felony case. And Arizona law said when you come in with probable cause on a new felony, while you have any pending felony case, you must be held at this hearing for a bail hearing. So you're going to have a formal bail hearing in a week. It is July 29th, 1:30 in the afternoon. On your paperwork, it will be called an evidentiary hearing because it is an evidentiary hearing. But the whole point of that is bail. So I must, by law, hold you without bail today. Doesn't mean you won't get out in this case ever. It just means you can't get bail between now and at least that bail hearing. You'll see your lawyer the day before. You can talk to your lawyer more about how that works. Many, if not most people, are surprised to learn this is Arizona law, but that is the law. So I have to hold you without bail. You can talk to your lawyer about this next week. You step to your left, she'll give you a picture. Good luck. All right, Ms. Soto, Gloria Soto, you come to the chair. All righty. After Ms. Rodriguez is going to be Joshua Rogers. If you please go to the chair just inside the door. Joshua, you're going to be next. The officer will show you where to wait. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Gloria Rodriguez Soto, July 10, 96.
Okay, thank you. You are here on, looks like 2 probation violation warrants. I'm just going to take them in order. Number 23 on the calendar. You're on probation for a Class 6 felony. There was a petition to revoke filed, so I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court dates will be in the downtown Superior Court. That address will be on your paperwork. That's going to, actually, it's just one court date. It's a revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. Again, that will all be on your paperwork. And in this case, this is number 23. I'm affirming the bond. And I'll note, it looks like they've alleged terms 3 and 5 against you. They allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of that from your lawyer, though. And I'm just affirming the bond set by the probation judge, which is $1,000, secured with written conditions. I'll let you go over for yourself, but they do include calling your probation officer within 72 hours. If you do post bond, then you have to call your PO within 72 hours. Now, number 24 on the calendar is the same thing, probation violation warrant, and same terms alleged. So I'm going to give you a lawyer, same court dates, probation revocation arraignment hearing, possible disposition hearing, July 29th at 8:30. Again, they're alleging terms 3 and 5 were violated, and your bond in this second case is $250 secured. So that's $1,250 total between the 2 cases, same release conditions. If you'll step to your left, she's going to give you your paperwork.
Okay, I'm just not sure what that means. Why did I violate 2 probations?
You're on probation in 2 different cases. Even though you have one PO, it's sort of one combined term. You have 2 different cases. So if they accuse you of violating probation at all, they have to accuse you separately in every case. Some people are on probation for 4 cases. You're on probation in 2 cases. That means there's 2 petitions. The things you're alleged to have done are identical in both cases. So talk to your lawyer. You guys can go over what you're accused of and make a plan next week.
So what does the revoke mean, revoking?
If you get revoked, it means you can be resentenced, which means the judge can put you right back on probation, and maybe they give you some jail. Sometimes they give you some jail time, and then they let you go back on probation, or they can revoke you to prison. They just revoke it all together and send you to prison.
And just serve time.
That's why you get a lawyer, because you can end up with jail time in a probation violation matter. You can definitely get jail time or prison time, and that's why we give you a lawyer. So your lawyer is going to help you with all of that when you go next week.
Okay, I understand.
If you take your paperwork, you'll be all done. Good luck. All right, Mr. Joshua Rogers, and then Adilia Cabazola, will you please go to the chair? Mr. Rogers, all the way to the podium. going to recommend you take it in order, but it helps glance again with what should I start with, but if it's less confusing, I'll have you go straight. All right, so Mr. Rogers, you're here on 2 matters, and I'm going to start with number 2 on the calendar, which is a Superior Court matter. So will you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
Joshua Andrew Rogers, October 4th, 1985.
All right, this matter is a Superior Court bench warrant, the failure to appear warrant. Looks like you've been charged in this case with possessing dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. And I'm not appointing a lawyer because you already have one in this case.
Karen Black.
Okay, and it should stay the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as she still works there, which hasn't been that long. Alrighty, your next court dates are in the Downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. That's going to be a status conference, July 28th at 8:30. Preliminary hearing, July 31st at 8:30. And in this case, I'm just going to affirm the bond that was set by the judge who issued the warrant. That's $500 secured, plus written release conditions that I will let you read for yourself. Let's go back to number 1. This is a city court warrant from the Peoria City Court. And it looks like you're on probation there for a misdemeanor, and they have filed a probation violation against you. So I am going to appoint a lawyer for you in this case, but only because I'm going to give you a little bit of bond, and you'll have the lawyer there to help you with the bond. Otherwise, you're not entitled to a lawyer in a misdemeanor probation case. So your court date in Peoria City Court is going to be an arraignment hearing July 24th at 9 in the morning. So that's actually 2 days from now. And in this case, I'm going to give you what's called a placeholder bond. It's because you do have a bond in the Superior Court probation case. If you didn't, I would probably be releasing you in the Peoria case. So in that case, we give you a small bond to make you eligible for credit for time in custody and to make sure that the sheriffs will take you to Peoria City Court in 2 days if you haven't bonded out. But if you do bond out, you have to get yourself to Peoria City Court July 24th, 2 days from now, 9 in the morning. Your total bond, $550 if you're going to get out. If you don't post bond, though, it's not your problem. The sheriffs are going to take you to all of your court dates, okay?
Ma'am, I was inside an in-house treatment facility.
Okay.
I've been there. I did via Zoom meeting, and for that treatment thing. And then I just got out of treatment about 2 weeks ago, and I was moving from an in-house to an outpatient treatment. That's why I missed my court date last week.
Well, that counts for Peoria, but I just said I probably would have released you in Peoria. The main reason that you're getting bond is that you missed a Superior Court.
Yeah, last week, and it's because I was transferring from an in-house to an outpatient treatment, and I'm currently in an outpatient treatment facility right now. And it's a 120-day program, and I just completed a 30-day program.
And that may be true, sir, but at this point in time, you've had too many failures to appear, you've got felony priors, and you did not self-surrender. If you had self-surrendered, we might be able to discuss some type of release. But essentially, sir, you're a bad bet for the court on this, that it may be true what you're telling me. Even if that's true, I still think that you are too high of a risk to release again without a bond. So you get the bond either way, and you can talk to your lawyer next week about release conditions, whether you do or don't post the bond. If you do post the bond, you might be able to get it back, but you have too many failures to appear, and the court, I just don't take people's word for that. So I only have your word that any of that is true, and you have a strong motive to be less than truthful. So even if it is true, though, it does not change the court's calculus. You have too many felony priors, you have too many failures to appear, and the court's not going to take a chance on you. Oh, sorry. All right. Good luck, sir. Ms. Cabazola, Adilia Cabazola, and then Edgar Zubiri. Will you go to the chair? All right. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Adilia Cabazola, April 29, 36.
All right, thanks. You're here on 2 things. One is a new case. I'm going to start with that. That's number 15 on the calendar. It's a new case currently going out of the Superior Court. I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. You were booked in on the following allegations. 2 allegations of threatening and intimidating, Class 1 misdemeanors. 1 allegation of harassment as a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. They also booked you. You can have a seat, sir. I said have a seat in the chair. Thank you. For attempted criminal trespass in the 1st degree. They booked that as a Class 6 felony, but the attempt drops it to a misdemeanor, and there isn't probable cause for that anyway because they picked the wrong subsection of the statute to book you under. So, for purposes of this hearing only, I do not find probable cause on the criminal trespass. It doesn't mean that the state can't go forward on a criminal trespass allegation against you. It just means I'm not setting release conditions based on that allegation. You can talk to your lawyer about that. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Again, there is probable cause for the 2 allegations of threatening and intimidating, the 1 allegation of harassment. And so I am giving you court dates in the Superior Court because that's the way the police booked it at this moment in time. And that's going to be a status conference, July 28th, 8:30 in the morning, preliminary hearing July 31st at 8:30. And in this case, I'm going to give you what's called a placeholder bond because you are going to get bond in the other case, which is your probation matter. And in this case, the reason is I don't know that this is going to stay a felony allegation. I believe that there's a reasonable probability the county attorney's office is going to refer this for misdemeanor prosecution. I'm not 100% sure they have a felony on you. I think that the police probably overbooked it. So I'm just going to set a placeholder bond, but there's absolutely probable cause for the threatening and intimidating and the harassing, and the court does take that very seriously. So I'm setting a $50 bond in this case. I haven't gotten to your probation yet. You also have written release orders in this case. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. Do not go to this specific scene of the alleged crime. No contact with the arresting officers. No weapons. No drugs. No alcohol. If you do bond out, call your PO within 72 hours of release. Turning to your probation case, the probation department has filed a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So you will get a lawyer in the probation court, and you'll get a petition to revoke at your next court date. You can go over that with your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date is in the downtown Superior Court. There is a probation court, and that address is on your paperwork. That will be a probation, revocation, arraignment hearing, and possible disposition hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond in the probation case is $250 secured. That makes your total bond for both cases $300 secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions and call your PO within 72 hours of release. If you don't bond out, you will see your lawyer next week. Everything I just told you is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she'll give you a call.
So I'm not being released?
Not unless you post a $300 total bond, correct.
All right.
All right, Mr. Zubiri, Edgar Zubiri. And then Tabitha Lopez, will you go to the chair? All right, sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Edgar Zubiri, May 17, 1995.
All right, thanks. You're here on 2 things. One is a new arrest going out of the West McDowell Justice Court. This is a Justice Court new case. You've been accused of driving on a suspended license. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor, and there is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for you in this case, only because I'm going to give you a small bond, and if you're unable to post it, you'll have a lawyer at your next court hearing to help you with the bond. You are not otherwise entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. In this case, you can hire a lawyer at your own expense or just represent yourself. Your next court date is in the West McDowell Justice Court. The address is on your paperwork. That's an arraignment hearing July 29th, 8:30 in the morning. Your bond in this case is $100, and it is secured. In the other case, you're here on a Justice Court warrant from the South Mountain Justice Court, where you've been, looks like, convicted of driving on a suspended license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. This case originally dates back to 2017. I think the warrant has been outstanding since about 2019. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing July 25th at 8:30 in the morning in the South Mountain Justice Court. And in this case, you have a $100 secured appearance bond. The purpose of the lawyer is solely to help you with the bond if you do not bond out between now and your next court dates. Again, you're not otherwise entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. Everything I just told you is on your paperwork. It makes your total bond $200 secured in these 2 cases. The step to your left should give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Lopez? And after that, Stephen Weaver, will you go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Tabitha Spice Lopez, 6380.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for criminal trespass in the first degree. That's of a residential structure. That is a Class 6 felony, and there is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be in the downtown Superior Court, and that address is on your paperwork. It will be a status conference, and that's going to be August 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing August 8th at 8:30 in the morning. And on this type of charge, you do qualify for pretrial services release. I am aware of your criminal history, but on this kind of case, I am willing to give you a try on pretrial services. So you don't have to post a bond. You still have to comply with release conditions and come to court. Don't go back to this location. Don't have any contact with any alleged victim or witness. Yeah, everything else is going to be on your paperwork. So if you step to your left, you get a copy of that, okay? Just come to court. Don't go back there, okay? All right, thank you. Grab your paperwork. All right, Mr. Weaver, Stephen Weaver. And then Misha Anderson, we go to the chair. Weaver. All right, Mr. Weaver right here, please. After that, I need Misha Anderson at the chair. Thank you. Mr. Weaver? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Stephen Weaver,
What's your date of birth, sir?
October 30th, 1984.
All right, you have two matters on the calendar. Number 16 is a probation violation warrant. Looks like you're on probation for a Class 6 felony, and there was a petition to revoke filed. And I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. Your next court dates will be in the downtown Superior Court. That'll be a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. And your bond in this case is $250. It is secured. Looks like they're alleging that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. All right, let's look at number 17 on the calendar. Also a probation violation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 6 felony, and there was a petition to revoke filed alleging the same terms. So I'm appointing a lawyer on this second case as well. Same next court date, July 29th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. In this case, you have a $750 secured appearance bond, so that's $1,000 total. Same release conditions, just comply with those. Call your PO within 72 hours if you make bond. If you don't make bond, which I think is $1,000 total, you'll be back in court next week. All right, if you said too much, you got that paperwork for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Anderson, if you come to the podium. After that, Michael Beay, will you please go to the chair? I need Misha Anderson, please. All right, ma'am, let me have your full name and date of birth, please.
Liza, 33193.
All right, thanks. You're here on two matters. I'm going to start with the first one, number 18 on the calendar. It is a probation violation warrant, and you're on probation for a Class 4 felony. There has been a petition to revoke your probation filed. You'll get a copy from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. That petition alleges that you violated terms 3, 4, and 5. Your next court dates will be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. It's a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. And in this case, I'm just going to affirm what the probation judge ordered, which is a $500 secured appearance bond with written release conditions that you will get a copy of. Turning to number 19 on the calendar, this is also a probation violation warrant. Looks like you're also on probation for a Class 4 felony. And I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you, give you the same court date, which is July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. And I'm also going to affirm the bond ordered in this case as well, which is $750 secured. So that's $1,250 total across the two cases. Same release conditions. I'll let you read those for yourself. Just be sure, if you do post bond, to call your PO within 72 hours of release. She's got your paperwork for you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Beay?
He's not here.
Oh, he's not here? Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Let's go to Mr. Aldana Yanz, Joshua Aldana Yanz. And then Mr. Johnson, Mr. S.W. Johnson, if you go to the chair, you'll be after Mr. Aldana Yanz. Right here, sir. Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Joshua Aldana Yanez, July 23rd, 2006.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case that's going out of the Superior Court. You've been accused of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, and reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date is going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The address will be on your paperwork. You're going to have a status conference. That's going to be August 6th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing August 8th at 8:30. All of that will be on your paperwork. That's about 2 weeks from now. All right, considering your case is interesting because the flight behavior they've alleged is what this court would categorize as extremely dangerous, extremely deliberate. At the point they're accusing somebody of all of this and having to stop them with spike strips, that is a very egregious violation alleged. That being said, you appear to be 1 day away from your 19th birthday, and right now I'm not showing any prior criminal history for you. So in this case, I'm balancing many factors. I will tell you, if you had a whiff of criminal history, you'd be getting a bond right now because a lot of young people wanting to avoid a Class 1 misdemeanor for driving on a suspended license, they play Grand Theft Auto and they end up with a felony on their record. But what you are alleged to have done, let me make no mistake, it's way beyond what we generally see. It's what they're alleging is pretty serious. So I'm going to attempt to balance all of that. I'm going to prohibit you from driving at all, anywhere. I'm going to put you on an ankle monitor and force you to bed down at home for a minimum of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm giving you a curfew. You don't appear to have a job. You say you live alone. I find that very doubtful. Did you tell pretrial you live alone?
No.
Oh, they just put in no. Do you live with your parents?
No, I have an apartment.
Okay, by yourself? You just have room?
No, I live with 2 roommates, my girlfriend and a friend.
Okay, great. Then you find rides with other people. You do not drive. I hope you understand what will happen if you miss a court date. You're going to get a warrant. Guess what happens if you do this when the police are trying to pick you up on a warrant? You get a bond all day, every day. People who commit unlawful flight, then they don't show up, then they lie, run, or fight with the police when the police are trying to get them on a bond. They get a large bond. I don't know how much money you have. Maybe you're well-to-do. If you have roommates, I doubt it. But, I mean, if you had much, if any, criminal history, I'd probably be setting a $5,000 to $10,000 bond on a case like this because what you're accused of is way over the line. I only mentioned one of the things the police accuse you of doing to try to get away from them. It is incredibly dangerous. And if somebody had ended up dead or even hurt, you would absolutely be getting a bond. Aggravated assault, Class 3 felony. It's prison mandatory. If someone had died on this offense, I'm not joking. It's felony murder, which is murder in the first degree. If you had killed someone doing this, you'd be facing a first-degree murder charge because fleeing from the cops and causing a death is felony murder. So talk to your lawyer about that. I'm giving you a lawyer. I don't want to downplay the seriousness of what you're accused of because I might appear to be slapping you on the wrist. You need to take your release conditions very, very seriously. Do not miss a court date. You're already accused of being a serious flight risk. You're getting a break today, such as it is. You have to wait to be hooked up to the ankle monitor. It takes many hours. You should hopefully be out by dinner time. But you have to be hooked up to the ankle monitor before you go. Pretrial will explain all of that to you, as well as the curfew. They're going to get an alert if you break that curfew. So this behavior shows what the court believes is perhaps a very shockingly large lack of judgment. So that's why I want you bedded down at home at night, just keeping out of trouble. You are, of course, presumed innocent in this case, and I've weighed that factor as well. No weapons, that's a judgment issue. No drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol, you're under 21, and absolutely no driving. Do you understand? I just basically, effectively, suspended your driver right now. Do you understand that? Comply with that. Rides from other people, come to court, talk to your lawyer about what happens from here. Okay, and as I always tell people, kind of in your situation, the more compliant you are with the ankle monitor, the sooner your lawyer has a good argument that it's not necessary. But if you're a screw up and you're always letting the battery die or doing dumb stuff like that, even dumb stuff will eventually issue a warrant for your arrest. You miss a court date, we're issuing the warrant for your arrest. But if you're really, really good on it, like I said, your lawyer has a good argument to say, you've taken this seriously, you're being good, you're going to be good, they can get it off of you, okay? All right, everything's on your paper, just step to your left, you get your copy, all right? Thank you. Mr. Johnson, and then Isis Harper, will you come to the chair? Hello, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
S.W. Johnson, Jr., 5377.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's right, the police, okay. So they put your first name as S.W. Jr.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just S.W., and your suffix is Jr.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me make a little note. 1 second. Okay. All right, so you're here on a new case, and it's going out of the Superior Court, and this is one accusation of trafficking in stolen property in the first degree, which is a Class 2 felony. The alleged offense date is back on March 13th of 2025. There is probable cause for it. It looks like you are not, just 1 second as well. It looks like you're not financially eligible for court-appointed counsel, and are you the VP of operations at Shepherd Safety, and right now your net income is probably in the 6 figures?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, then you're not financially eligible. Okay, now I forgot, we had a late added victim impact statement, which I am obligated to read, so give me a second. Okay, I have considered the victim impact statement, and I don't always mention what those say, but in this case, I note that it supports the idea that you do not need bail in this case. This person is saying they don't think you need to be held in jail or have a bail. So, alrighty, so I am going to set 2 court dates for you, and if you hire a lawyer, which certainly I recommend anybody who's accused of a felony and not given a court-appointed lawyer, you think hard about hiring a lawyer. You don't have to, though. If you don't, then you can represent yourself. So your next court date is in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. Bring your lawyer to your next court date if you hire one. That's a status conference on August 6th at 8:30 in the morning. That's about 2 weeks from now. Preliminary hearing August 8th at 8:30. And I am aware of your criminal history, but I don't have any issue on these facts, and even with that criminal history that's a little old, I think, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim. Like I said, she said she thought you should be released today, but that's not the same as saying, I want to have contact with him. So we presume that she does not. She can talk to the county attorney's office. If she's willing to, they can talk about that down the road. But right now, don't go to the scene of the alleged crime. That would be the pawn shop or where you were living with that person. It looks like you don't live with them anymore. Is that correct? You do not?
No, I do. We both have a lease, but
you live in there now?
Yeah, I'm former military SEAL team, so I've got resources.
Okay, so then what I need to do is I need to give you a chance for a civil standby. Hold on 1 second. So we're going to have to reprint this one off for officer, excuse me. Okay, so I'll say one civil standby law enforcement is permitted to collect belongings from any common residence. And so it needs to be in your paperwork because a lot of the police departments won't do it unless they can see that it was permitted in your paperwork.
Yes, sir.
So after you get out, then you just call whoever has jurisdiction over the residence, whichever police department, and say, I need a civil standby, please. They'll send a cop to go with you. They'll keep the peace where you collect your important stuff, and then just go stay somewhere else while the case is pending. And then, like I said, if the alleged victim wants to have contact with you, she can raise that through the county attorney's office. If everybody's in agreement, then the trial court can make a different order. But I require pretty clear indication one direction or the other on that. And the victim impact statement was extremely spare, and it just said, I don't think this person needs to have a bond. And that's all it said. So, all right, everything is on your paperwork. Just give us a chance to reprint that. If you go have a seat, we will send it out.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Harper?
Hang on, Mr. Beay is here.
Oh, thank you. And then Mr. Beay, you can go to the chair after Ms. Harper. You'll be next. All right. Ma'am, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Isis Harper, 01/11/2006.
All right, thank you. You're here on an arrest warrant in a new Superior Court case. So it looks like you've now been charged in a criminal complaint with aggravated assault by entering a residence to commit an assault. That is a Class 6 felony. And the alleged offense date is back on April 1st of 2023. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Hold on. You'll get a copy of the charge and police reports from your lawyer. I'm setting 2 court dates for you. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. That address is on your paperwork. Status conference will be August 6th at 8:30 in the morning, which is 2 weeks from now. Preliminary hearing August 8th, 8:30 in the morning. Now, this is an older case, and it looks like you do not have much criminal history. So I'm currently planning to release you on your own recognizance, but you can't go to this location or have any contact with this person.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been in the meantime?
No,
Okay,
no,
good.
ma'am.
And it's very
I've
simple.
been doing good. I've been staying out of trouble, so that's why I just want to keep on doing that.
Excellent. So then just don't have any contact with this person. You need to just come to court, okay? Everything you need to know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we're just going to give you your paperwork. If you step out to your left, you're going to be released, but it still takes many hours to actually make it out of the jail. Try to be patient, but you'll be released later today. Don't lose your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
good luck, man. No problem.
Thank you.
Mr. Beay? After Mr. Beay will be Charles Ifier. If you please go to the chair. Hi, Mr. Beay. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Michael Ernest Beay,
What's your date of birth, sir?
8/22/81.
All right, thanks. You're hearing 2 matters. I think they're both probation warrants, but I'm going to start with number 28 on the calendar. It is a probation violation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 6 felony, and there was a petition to revoke filed. You get a copy from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is going to be in the downtown probation court, and that address is on your paperwork. It'll be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. You'll get a copy of the petition from your lawyer. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5, and I'm setting bond in this case in the amount of $250 secured with written conditions. And then in number 29 on the calendar, it is also a probation violation warrant. So same thing. You're going to get a lawyer and a court date, same court date, probation revocation arraignment hearing July 29th at 8:30 in the morning, along with a possible disposition hearing. All that means is that you could wrap up the case in one go. If you basically make an agreement with the state, you could end up going straight to disposition at that same.
What was the date on that?
July 29th, which is 1 week from today. And in this case, I'm just affirming the bond, $250 secured. So that's $500 total between the 2 cases. If you bond out, call your PO within 72 hours. The number is on your paperwork along with all of your other conditions. If you step to your left, she'll give you that paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. Ifier, Charles Ifier. And then Christian Annayia, will you go to the chair? Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Charles Ifier, July 6, 1992.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a Superior Court arrest warrant, which means there's been a criminal complaint filed against you, charging you with trafficking and stolen property in the 2nd degree. It's a Class 6 felony, and theft. Sorry, the trafficking and stolen property is a Class 3 felony. The theft is a Class 6 felony. And it looks like the alleged offense date, it's a range of dates, March 15 of 2023 through April 19th of 2023. But you'll get a copy of the charges and police reports from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you.
Okay.
Your next court dates will be in the downtown Superior Court. That address is on your paperwork. The first one is a status conference, August 6th at 8:30. Then a preliminary hearing will be August 8th at 8:30, about 2 weeks from now. This is not a new case, and so I'm just going to follow the recommendation to release you to pretrial services. I do know that you have some criminal history, but this is not a new case, and this is a property offense. I'm going to release you to pretrial services. Go to court, comply with your conditions. Your conditions include don't go back to the scene of the crimes. That'll be both wherever the thing or things were allegedly stolen and the pawn shop. Don't have any contact with any victims or witnesses. Everything else is on your paperwork, okay?
Thank
if
you.
you step to your left, you get that paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. Annayia, Christian Annayia, and then Armando Rios. Will you please go to the chair? I need Mr. Annayia, and then Mr. Rios, please. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Christian Annayia, 08/23/2001.
All right, thanks. You're here on 2 matters. The first one is a new case going out of the Superior Court. All right, in this new case, you've been accused of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm going to set 2 court dates for you. The first one, they're both going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The address will be on your paperwork. The first one's a status conference, August 6th at 8:30, then a preliminary hearing, August 8th at 8:30. And in the other case, which is number 27 on the calendar, you have an arrest warrant because you've been charged in a criminal complaint with an older offense. And I think the court just didn't have a working address for you. There was an attempt made to send you a summons. You don't have to tell me. I'll ask at the end if you still want to say anything. But the only reason this one turned into a warrant is we didn't have a working address for you.
Okay.
So this older case, the charges are 2 counts, aggravated DUI, both class 4 felonies, 1 count, possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. Same alleged offense dates for all of those. It is September 22nd of 2023. You're going to get a copy of that complaint and police reports through your lawyer. You're going to have a lawyer, be the same lawyer for both cases.
Okay.
Same next court dates. They'll be in the downtown Superior Court. That is a status conference, August 6th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, August 8th at 8:30. Now, you don't have much criminal history beyond this. And on this case, I thought about it a bit, and I've decided to release you. I'm going to follow the recommendation to release you on your own recognizance. You are accused of fighting the police when they tried to arrest you. I'm not going to assume, based on what they've alleged, plus your relative lack of criminal history, that means you're not going to come to court and keep your nose out of trouble while the case is pending. Sometimes I do assume that in a resisting arrest case. It depends on your criminal history and what you're accused of doing. In this case, it appears if you did exactly what they said you did, you fought the cops and you lost. But you don't have a history of that. You don't have a history of a bunch of crimes. And this is oftentimes how people find out what happens when you fight the cops. You are presumed innocent in this case as well. So that's a long way of saying they attempted that you definitely resisted, they alleged, that you definitely resisted arrest. But even if I believed all of that was true, I'm not prepared to say today that definitely means, or to a degree where I'm worried about it, that you're not coming to court and that you will pick up new charges while the case is pending. So I'm going to release you, Mr. Annayia. They didn't book you in front of me on anything to do with your mom, so I'm not making any orders about your mom. But I will tell you, they had, even on a misdemeanor, I'd be ordering you not to stay there. So I don't know what your relationship is with your mom. Right now, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just cautioning you that if you pick up a new charge by going back there, if you pick up a trespass, especially if it's a residential criminal trespass, that's a new felony. I will hold you without bond at the next hearing. I don't know if you heard it happened to a lady right at the beginning of the calendar. I held her without bond because she had a pending case. She came in on a new felony. That will be you. If you go home to that house without your mom's permission and she calls the cops, they will get you for a new felony. You may or may not ever be convicted, but you won't get bond. So I'm telling you all of that to motivate you to comply with my conditions. Don't pick up new charges. If you're having problems with your mom and the police get called, it's not going to end well with you. You've got 2 pending felony cases now. Don't get in trouble. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Absolutely. Even if you're completely innocent of all of this, you will cause yourself a world of hurt if you violate release conditions and pick up new charges. By the way, if you're out on release for resisting and you get picked up for resisting, we tend to think you're a bad risk. So, in any event, everything's on your paperwork. So in the resisting arrest case where it says don't have contact with the alleged victim, that does not mean your mom. Police officers by law are victims of resisting arrest. I don't mean your mom because there's no charges pending related to your mom. And that, I'm just trying to emphasize, don't cause any, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, if she lets you go back there and everything's fine, well, I haven't prohibited you, so go ahead. But if things are not fine with your mom, then you're risking getting suited up for a length of time if you go back there and there's a bad problem.
Yeah, I'll just contact her and grab my things if it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just stay out of the notice of the police while these cases are pending, okay?
Yes.
Everything's
So I'll be...
You're being released.
Yeah.
I thought you might be surprised. Many people would be surprised. Some people down here would hold you based on the allegations of resisting. But I'm giving you a fair amount of credit for not having prior criminal history. You're kind of young. You still have plenty of time to make some criminal history. But reading the resisting, I read a lot of these. And on this is figuring out what happens when you fight the cops. Generally, it's better to say, I don't like it, I don't think this is fair, I don't think this is right, but I will go with you. And I'm not gonna, anyway. All right, enough of a lecture.
I appreciate that so much.
I'm already releasing you, sir. I'm just trying to motivate you. That's why you got a long talk about stay out of trouble, because 50-50 down here on whether somebody would have released you today. I picked release, but I wouldn't do it a second time. So.
No, absolutely understandable.
Fly right, come to court. You're innocent until proven guilty. I gave you a lawyer. If you can't stay out of trouble while the case is pending, you're at least going to end up enjoying the inside of a jail for a lot longer than you just did. So if you take your paperwork, you'll be all done.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, take care, sir. Mr. Rios, and then Robert Mendoza, will you go to the chair? Hi, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Armando Rene Rios, Jr., July 11th, 1973.
Okay, thanks. You're hearing a new Superior Court case. You got arrested for aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol. That means while impaired to the slightest degree by drugs or alcohol with a passenger under the age of 15 in the car. And that's what makes it a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for this, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court dates are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. That's going to be a status conference August 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing August 8th at 8:30. That will all be on your paperwork. And on this case, I am actually going to release you on your own recognizance as well. Right now, pretrial services is not finding any history of DUI-related offenses. They're not perfect, but I don't see any. So what I'm going to do is order you not to drive without a valid license. Even if you have a valid license, do not drive with anyone under the age of 18 in the car. Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
All right. So that is the child, the 6-year-old, is that your child?
No.
Okay, that'll make it easier, right? Do you have any children of your own under the age of 18?
Yes, I do.
Well, you don't get to drive them anywhere. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. The point of that is they can't protect themselves against your potentially fatal bad decision-making. You're innocent until proven guilty, but if a 10-year-old's drunk parent says, get in the car, we're leaving, the 10-year-old is going to get in the car. And if they end up dead, the parent gets charged with manslaughter at best and murder too at worst, but the kid is very dead. So that order is intended to protect your children from the potential fatal consequences of your decision-making. Respect it. The police will happily arrest you because they can see these orders now on their mobile terminals. They'll happily arrest you just for the misdemeanor of violating that, because any order I give you, it's a misdemeanor to violate. So don't do it. Don't possess any or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You can't drive under the influence of legal prescription drugs either if it impairs you, but also no alcohol. Okay? Everything is on your paperwork. Do you understand? All right, you are released. Just don't miss your court dates. Everything's right there. Thank you. All right, Mr. Mendoza. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Robert Brandon Mendoza, 9/28 of 1989.
Okay, thanks. You're on 2 Justice Court warrants. The first one is from the Agua Fria Justice Court. And in this case, these are both driving on suspended. This is one where you've been convicted. I'm showing the offense date as 2013, driving on suspended, Class 1 misdemeanor. This is a failure to pay or failure to comply warrant. So your court date, your next one, is in the Agua Fria Justice Court. It's an arraignment hearing August 11 at 10:30 in the morning. That's maybe 3 weeks from now, August 11 at 10:30 in the morning. The other one, number 22 on the calendar, is going out of the White Tank Justice Court. And it is a pending case. You've been charged with criminal damage, a Class 2 felony, assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. This one dates back to March of this year. So your court date in the White Tank Justice Court will be an arraignment hearing August 5 at 9:30 in the morning, so about a week before, August 5. Now, in both of these cases, I have decided to release you, and here's why. Driving on suspended has been dragging on forever, and you clearly just owe them money based on the arrest allegations. I don't think you have any money. So I just want you to go and talk to them, or they will put out another warrant, and we will be able to see that you came through this court on July 22nd, you saw me, you got released, and you didn't go. I've seen in the past, March 5th, you got a $50 bond, eventually they let you out, and then you just never showed up again. So this is what you know what happens. It's been going on since 2013. I'm going to give you another try, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's because in the white tank case, I look back, whoopsies, wrong one, and I saw that you'd had a warrant in there, but you walked in April. You did a walk-in. You appeared in person, right?
Right.
I'm giving you some credit for that. That's a lot more than a lot of people who are currently without a fixed address are managing to do. And that, to me, honestly, that's meaningful. And so I'm willing to give you another try to get back on track with this. And I'm telling you all of this because I'm trying to motivate you to do things that people down the road will go, hey, you did go the last time we released you from jail. So the last time we released you from jail, you didn't go, but then you walked in. So, and it's pretty recently. I mean, April counts for me. So I'm not unsympathetic to being without a fixed address or to being unhoused. I'm not. But it does reach an end state, meaning if I see my name on there and a couple of tries and you didn't go, you're just going to get a low bond. But I know you probably don't even have $50. You didn't have it last time, right? So any bond for you, $1 is probably no bond. So I guess I'm just trying to communicate to you that sometimes we have enough time to pay attention to things like that. I did notice, I'm giving you a little bit of a benefit for that, or arguably a large benefit. I'm releasing you. But I want to see you do it again, Mr. Mendoza. Go. Especially on the open case. There are victims in that case. That's a victim case. So you need to go. On a victim case like that, you get an FTA after you come through the ITR, you're going to get a bond next time. I mean, honestly.
Does it say who the victim is?
Anytime there's a criminal damage or there's an assault, it's class 3 misdemeanor, which is the lowest kind of assault, but it's a misdemeanor and it means there is a victim out there, so it is a victim case. Those criminal damage, I don't even know who that person or those people might be, but it's a pending case and they have the right to get the case resolved as well. Okay. And so I'm just saying on the continuum of how seriously do we take these failures to appear, I take a failure to appear in a victim case more seriously than a non-victim case. Driving unsuspended is a non-victim case. You know, it's the state of Arizona. You owe money that I wish they would stop trying to collect from you, but I can't stop them from trying to collect it from you. All I can do is try to make it
like 4 or 5 times already.
I know, and so without delving too deeply into, you know, the wisdom of how that is being handled, it's not my case. And as I'm fond of telling defendants in your position, it is not my job to collect money from you. It is my job to get you to go to court and comply with release conditions. So I see people on 18-year-old traffic misdemeanors. As long as they go to court, I release them literally every time because I believe anybody who could pay off the court to leave them alone would have done it a long time ago. And so I presume you don't have money. Sadly, I have no power to just call it good and dismiss your case. And the justice courts do. You will have to talk to them. But I'm just trying to motivate you to show up so that even if you end up here on another non-payment warrant, you can ask the judge who sees you to please look and see and say, I always go. I just don't have money because we allegedly don't have debtor's prison in this country. And I don't hold people for non-payment. Well, there's technically a willful non-payment that has to do whatever. I'm not going to hold anybody if they're going to court, they just don't have money. So what goes on in the justice courts and the municipal courts themselves, that's up to them. But if you're going to court, I've done my job. And so I'm just trying to motivate you, Mr. Mendoza, and let you know the kinds of things that drive the decision-making down here. But if I see you came through jail on the case, I'm giving you credit for the walk-in on the criminal damage and the assault. I am giving you credit for trying. I am. But if I release you and I see you did not go at the next court date, then I know you're not listening. They have walk-in days, as you know. They have a phone. So if you can't get there on August 5th, call them. All right. And say, give me a new court date, please, as long as you call before the warrant goes out. So, in any event, but I'm releasing you, and please go to court. I don't enjoy holding people in your situation, but I will 100% do it if you're just proving that this is nothing but woohoo, and till the next time. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay, so then I do have one more, officers. I want to just do my house calls first before I finish up. I should have one person out there. Great. Okay, so as to Mr. Jose Ramirez, Leticia Chavaria, and Danielle Sanchez, are they not physically present in court because they could pose a risk of danger to themselves or others? I'm sorry, did you say yes? Okay, thank you very much. I did get a positive response from Sheriff's Office, so I will see each of them in-house to conduct their initial appearances. I will advise Jose Manuel Ramirez, 630-86, that he's before the court on a bench warrant from the Superior Court in a case in which he's been charged with dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. He's already had a lawyer appointed. I'm going to set his status conference for July 28th at 8:30 in the morning, preliminary hearing July 31st at 8:30, and I'm setting bond in his case. I'm just planning to affirm the bond, which is $500 secured with written conditions I will go over with him. Leticia Chavaria, 92688, is here on a new Superior Court case. She got booked in for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of these, and I am appointing a lawyer for them. Currently planning to set court dates in the Downtown Superior Court of a status conference July 28th at 8:30, preliminary hearing July 31st at 8:30, and set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000 with written conditions I'll go over with her, which include not going to the scene of the alleged crimes, no contact with any alleged victim in the criminal damage case. Then Danielle Sanchez, 32574, is here on a new case, and the allegation is criminal trespass in the first degree, Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for her. Her next court dates will be in the Downtown Superior Court. Those will be a status conference, July 28th at 8:30 in the morning, and a preliminary hearing July 31st at 8:30. I'm also setting an evidentiary hearing on July 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That is a bail eligibility hearing because she is on release in CR 2025-119041. Looks like her initial appearance date in that case is May 6th of 2025. So I will advise her, pursuant to Arizona law, she's not eligible for bail today, though she may be eligible on July 29th. She may be found eligible. All right, if anything changes after I conduct any of those initial appearances, my final written order will reflect the court's ultimate decision that this court does not intend to update the recording following the conduct of those hearings in person after this proceeding. All right, Mr. Norris, Brian Norris, you can come in, sir. And you're the last person in that room, right? Okay, thanks. All right, sir, give me your full name and date of birth, please.
Brian Glenn Norris, September 10th, 1983.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Norris, you're here on two matters. The first one is number 12 on the calendar. This is an out-of-county warrant from the Coconino County Superior Court. And the charges are one count of child or vulnerable adult abuse. That's a Class 4 felony. That's why I waited to do the case alone, because sometimes saying child abuse in front of other inmates could make you a target back there. This is just for your safety. 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency or dependency of a minor. Those are Class 1 misdemeanors. 2 counts of threatening and intimidating as Class 1 misdemeanors. Looks like the alleged offense date is, well, this might be the warrant date. It's August 30th of 2024. No, that is the alleged offense date in this case. Looks like the warrant went out May 12th of 2025.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to let them know they should appoint a lawyer for you when you get there. I don't know if you have one already. If you do, you still do. Your next court date is in the Coconino County Superior Court. That will be on your paperwork, and it is an arraignment hearing July 25, 8:30 in the morning. That's 3 days from now. I am affirming their bond, $5,000 secured with written conditions that do include don't go to the scene of the alleged crimes, no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or arresting officers, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol.
So, am I getting transported there?
Eventually, yes, but you have a Maricopa case as well. So let me tell you about number 13 on the calendar. You're also here in a new Superior Court case. You got booked in for organized retail theft of merchandise and shoplifting as a Class 4 felony. And I did find probable cause for those. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you. It should be the same lawyer that you have for your pending Superior Court case, which is CR 2025-111917. Looks like your initial appearance in that case was back in March.
Yeah,
That does remain open and pending. So
I
hold
just
on.
want to state that.
No, I gotta explain a couple things first,
Okay.
okay? So I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You're gonna end up with the same lawyer in this case that you have for your other Maricopa case. I'm setting 3 court dates in this new Maricopa case. The first is a status conference, July 28th, which is next week. And your preliminary hearing is gonna be on July 31st at 8:30. In between those, I'm setting an evidentiary hearing, July 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. The purpose of that evidentiary hearing is bail. That is a bail eligibility hearing. Because when you come in with probable cause for a new felony, while you have any pending felony case, you must be held without bail at this hearing, pending the outcome of a bail hearing. So I cannot legally give you bail today. In the retail theft case, I can't, because you have an open felony. You can go to a bail hearing. You may or may not be found eligible for bail next week, but you are definitely not eligible today. So I must hold you in the Maricopa case. What that means, practically speaking, is Coconino is going to be told that you're not ready yet. They can't have you yet, even though I did give you a court date there in 3 days. You're not going to be there because Maricopa is not going to let them have you. You have to resolve your Maricopa stuff. Coconino is going to have to wait until they're notified that you're ready for transport. In the meantime, you could post Coconino's bond. All that means is at such point as you are released in the Maricopa case, then you would walk out of the jail on the $5,000 bond for Coconino. So if you don't have $5,000 anyway, do you think you're going to be able to post $5,000?
I did before, but maybe not this time, because I just wanted to state that I did finish substance abuse classes. I've done my community service hours.
Oh, were you in deferred prosecution or were you on probation? In Coconino? Were you doing deferred prosecution?
Deferred, yes.
Okay. Well, so you'll have to go see what they did up there, but if I had to guess, which I don't have to in order to do my job today, but I'm just saying, I would bet they have now booted you out of the deferred prosecution, restarted the prosecution against you, and issued a warrant. You'll have a lawyer to help you up in Coconino.
Yes.
With however that went down. But this isn't even the case that's causing you to get held no bond. The one that's causing you to get held no bond is the other Maricopa retail theft case. You have an open retail theft case in Maricopa, and you're accused of committing a new crime a week ago. That's what's triggering the no bond law. So I can't give you bonds today. There's many outcomes possible next week. You'll have a lawyer to help you along the way. So you'll be back in court on the 28th. That's this coming Monday, the 28th. In the Maricopa case, you can talk to your lawyer then. But I guess I wouldn't bother spending the money to post in Coconino yet, because you're getting held no bond in Maricopa. But that's up to you. You're legally entitled to. Just talk to your lawyer next week about what's going to happen in your Maricopa case. Everything I just told you is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, I'll give you a copy. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Then we made the house call recording information, that record earlier, so anybody looking for house calls on this recording should back up about 5 minutes on this FTR, and you'll find the house call record. And with that, this court is going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.
Ready? She said no. Okay. Yes, please. All right. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for Tuesday, July 22nd. The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of July will apply to the hearings on this calendar. As we get started on the calendar here this afternoon, I will call each of you into the courtroom one at a time. I'll ask one of you to stand behind this gray podium here in front of me in the courtroom. I'll ask the next two people I intend to call into the courtroom to line up in the two blue chairs right inside this door. So if you would please listen carefully for your name. I'll ask you to move from the chair you're in right now to that second chair inside the door, then to the first chair, then into the courtroom. I promise you all that will make this calendar move much faster than just going from where you are now to into the courtroom. So I know that seems a little bit kind of strange, but if you'll do it for me, please, I'm sure everybody will appreciate getting to where they need to go after this a little bit sooner. Once you work your way into the courtroom, the first thing I will do is ask you to state your full name and date of birth. Then I'll explain to you why you're here. You all have the right to the assistance of counsel in a criminal case. When you're in the courtroom, I'll tell you whether you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Those lawyers are sometimes called public defenders. Whether or not you qualify for a public defender, you always have the right to hire a private lawyer to defend you if you wish to. When you're in the courtroom, I'm also going to give you your next court hearing dates and times. And the last thing we'll do while you're in here is talk about whether you are legally eligible for release from custody. If you are, we will go over on what terms and conditions you could be released. In addition to that right to the assistance of counsel, you all also have the right to remain silent. There will not be a lawyer in the courtroom for purposes of your defense this afternoon. Anything that you do choose to say in the courtroom, though, could be used against you. Because you won't have a lawyer in here and because anything you say could be used against you any time down the road in this case, I will strongly caution all of you not to make any statements regarding the facts about why you're here. Save any comments, questions, statements that you might feel inclined to make about the facts that brought you here for a hearing where you have a lawyer present that you can discuss those facts or the statements with before you make them on the record. Last thing I'll tell you all before we get started is that all of the information you get while you're standing in the courtroom will be provided to you in a written document called a release order. The officer in the courtroom will hand you that as soon as you're done in here and you step back into that room. So please don't feel like you need to memorize the information that you get while you're in the courtroom, but please keep that paperwork with you wherever you go from here, because as long as you keep that paperwork, come tomorrow, next week, you can look back at it and you'll still have all the information you got while you were here in the courtroom. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If we could, can I please have Francisco Facio all the way into the courtroom behind the gray podium? Dustin Holtz, if you would please have a seat in this first chair right inside the door. Angel Valenzuela, if you would please have a seat in the second chair. Francisco Facio. Behind this gray podium, if you would please, sir. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Francisco Facio, August 13th, 1989.
Thank you, Mr. Facio. You are here on two different matters. The first matter that you're here on is a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a comprehensive pretrial conference in an existing felony theft of means case. In that existing case, you already have a lawyer assigned to defend you. That lawyer will continue to represent you. Your next court hearing in that case will be a status conference July 31st. It will be at 8:30 in the morning in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are one count of aggravated assault, a Class 5 felony, one count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony, and one count of obstruction, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those new allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you in that case. Your next court hearings on the new allegations will be a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing the 31st. Those two will be at 8:30 downtown. Because at least one of these new offenses is a felony offense alleged to have been committed while you were on pretrial release in that existing felony theft of means case, you are not eligible for release on bond on the new charges. That means you will be held in custody without bail on those new charges, at least until you have an evidentiary hearing July 29th at 1:30. Between now and that hearing on the 29th, though, you will be held without bond. Do you understand that information?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Facio. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork. Dustin Holtz, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Valenzuela, if you would please shift over to the first chair. Solomon Stidham, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Dustin Holtz, November 7th, 1983.
Thank you, Mr. Holtz. You are here on three different matters. The first two are bench warrants issued by the Superior Court. One when you failed to appear at a probation revocation arraignment hearing. The other when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case. In those two existing cases, you already have a lawyer assigned to represent you. Your next court hearing in the probation matter will be a new revocation arraignment hearing July 29th at 8:30. Your next court hearing on the existing felony drug case will be a status conference the 28th at 8:30 and then a preliminary hearing the 31st at 8:30. On the existing drug case warrant, you have a $1,000 secured appearance bond. On the existing probation warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. So $1,250 total in bond on those two existing cases. The third matter you're here on is allegations of new offenses. Those allegations are 2 counts of dangerous drug possession, both class 4 felonies, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those new allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you in that case. Your next court hearings on those new allegations will be the same as your court hearings in part on the existing drug case. So you'll have a status conference the 28th and a preliminary hearing the 31st. Those are the 2 hearings that will be the same. The difference is on those new allegations, because at least one of them is a felony offense alleged to have been committed while you were on release in that existing felony drug case. On the new charges, you're not eligible for release on bond. So you will be held in custody without bail, at least until you have an evidentiary hearing. That hearing will take place July 29th at 1:30. Between now and that hearing on the 29th, you will not be eligible for release on bond on those new charges. So I would encourage you to wait until after that hearing on the 29th before attempting to post the bonds on the other 2 cases. Do you understand that information?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Holtz. You can step back and get your paperwork. Angel Valenzuela, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Lamar Burt, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Angel Valenzuela, June 10, 07.
Thank you, Mr. Valenzuela. You are here on a grand jury warrant. A state grand jury was convened and found probable cause to return an indictment against you. That indictment contains 2 counts of narcotic drug possession for transportation or sale, both class 2 felonies, 6 counts of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, all class 4 felonies, 5 counts of possession of a prohibited weapon, 2 counts of possession of a weapon in a drug offense. Those last 7 are also class 4 felonies. It looks like the grand jury warrant alleges that those offenses were committed between June 26th and October 24th of 2024. I've appointed a lawyer to defend you in this case. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing July 29th at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that grand jury warrant, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Valenzuela. You can step back and get your paperwork. Solomon Stidham, if you would work your way into the courtroom. Adrian Gomez, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Good afternoon. I apologize if I got your name wrong. Can you state it and give me your date of birth, please?
Yeah, it's Solomon Stidham, 11/11/80.
Thank you very much. It's pronounced Stidham?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stidham. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of discharging a firearm in the city limits and 1 count of disorderly conduct involving weapons. They are both class 6 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing July 31st. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot have contact with any complainants or witnesses of the alleged violations, and you also cannot possess any weapons or possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription if you're released from custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stidham. You can step back and get your paperwork. Lamar Burt, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Dion Buck Harris, if you would please work your way to the second chair.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. May I please have your name and date of birth?
Lamar Burt, 7/16/98.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burt. You are here on 2 different matters.
Yeah.
They both allege new violations against you, just in 2 different ways. The first one is a new allegation in a written document called a direct complaint. That allegation is 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession. It's a class 6 felony. According to the direct complaint, it is alleged to have been committed June 4th of 2023. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you in that case. The second matter that you're here on is allegations of new offenses based on new conduct committed yesterday. Those allegations are 1 count of aggravated driving under the influence, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony, 1 count of failing to stay at the scene of an accident, and 1 count of driving under the influence, those last 2 Class 1 misdemeanors. I did find probable cause to support those new allegations, and I also appointed a public defender to represent you in that case as well. Your next court hearings in each of these cases will be the same. You will have a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing July 31st. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On each of those dates, you'll have 2 cases heard. On the direct complaint warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. On the new allegations allegedly committed yesterday, you have a $10,000 secured appearance bond. So your total bond will be $10,250. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and if released, you cannot operate a motor vehicle so long as you do not have a valid driver's license. Do you understand those conditions?
I was offered pretrial services, and my situation, I'm working, like I have to, I'm attending these classes, and then just yesterday was a day to where I've been sober for the past 1.5 years, and just yesterday was just a day to where I've been really working hard towards my life, and I'm 8 months into my job. I will promise, if I get the chance, I will promise to pay, to show up. Like, I really need the jobs for me to pay.
The bond, the imposition of the bond is less about concerns that you won't appear in court. It's more about concerns of public safety. Based on the allegations provided to me by law enforcement for those new allegations, your conduct endangered a pedestrian who, my understanding is, your vehicle came within approximately 3 feet of. You also allegedly drove recklessly through city streets, endangering the public safety, not only of pedestrians, but also of other drivers of the road. So the reason that the bond is imposed, like I said, is not because of concerns you won't appear in court, it's because of concerns for public safety. So you do have to post that in order to be eligible for release. Any other questions?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Burt. You can step back and get your paperwork. Adrian Gomez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Corey Lou Quinn, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yeah, Adrian Gomez, 12/27/93.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, 1 count of resisting arrest, those 2 are both Class 6 felonies, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support all of these allegations with the exception of the 2 drug-related allegations. I did not find probable cause to support narcotic drug possession or drug paraphernalia possession. My finding of no probable cause does not mean those allegations are legally dismissed, but it does mean I am not considering them for purposes of determining your release conditions here today. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. That lawyer will defend you against any charges formally filed as a result of this arrest. Your next court hearings on those new allegations will be a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing the 31st. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. The second matter that you're here on is allegations that the new offenses supported by probable cause are Term 1 violations of your probation. I did also appoint a lawyer for you in the probation case. Your next hearing in that matter will be a revocation arraignment July 29th at 8:30. So your court hearings will be 3 days-ish in a row. You'll have court the 28th, the 29th, and then the 31st, all at 8:30 downtown. On the new allegations, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. On the probation matter, your bond is $1,500. So your total bond will be $6,500. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and if you are released from custody, within 3 days of being released, you have to contact your probation officer. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gomez. You can work your way back to your left and get your paperwork. Dion Buck Harris, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Stevenson Pinto, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Dion Buck Harris, January 15, 1993.
Thank you, Mr. Buck Harris. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 28th, and then a preliminary hearing the 31st. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot return to the scene where the underlying alleged events took place, and you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim or any alleged witnesses. If these orders mean that I'm ordering you not to return to your primary residence, you will have to find an alternate residence if you're released, at least until your first hearing on the 28th. If that applies to you, but you need to go back to this location because you have clothing, your toothbrush, anything like that there, you can have 1 civil standby. That means you can have a law enforcement officer escort you to that location 1 time between release and your first court hearing to retrieve any items you might have at that location that you need until then. If you are released from custody, you also cannot possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. And if any orders of protection have been served upon you or are later served upon you, whether or not you're released, you have to strictly comply with the terms of those orders. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buck Harris. You can step back and get your paperwork. Corey Lou Quinn, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Callie Robbins, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's Corey LeQuinn, November 30th, 1983.
Thank you, Mr. LeQuinn. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a sentencing hearing in an existing felony drug case. You have a lawyer already assigned to you in that matter. That lawyer will continue to defend you. Your next court hearing will be a status conference July 28th. It'll be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription once you're released. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. LeQuinn. You can step back and get your paperwork. Stevenson Pinto, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Vanessa Poitra, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Stevenson Pinto, 5199.
Thank you, Mr. Pinto. You are here on 2 different matters. The first one is a grand jury warrant. In that case, a state grand jury was convened and found probable cause to return an indictment against you. That grand jury indictment contains 10 counts of organized retail theft, all Class 4 felonies. According to the grand jury warrant, those offenses are alleged to have been committed between November of 2024 and March of 2025. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you against those allegations. Your next court hearing in that case will be an arraignment hearing July 29th. It'll be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On the grand jury warrant, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation of a new offense allegedly committed today. That allegation is 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation. I also appointed a lawyer to represent you against that new allegation. Your next court hearings in the new drug allegation will be a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing the 31st, both at 8:30 downtown. So your hearings will be the 28th, the 29th, and then the 31st, all at 8:30 downtown. On that new drug allegation, you have a $50 secured appearance bond. That means your total bond will be $2,550. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot go back to the location where any of the alleged retail theft allegations took place if you know where those are. You also cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription if you are released. Do you understand those conditions?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. If you'll just step back to your left, we'll bring your paperwork out to you here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here. Okay, Callie Robbins, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Gail Norton, if you please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Kaylee Robbins. It's actually Kaylee Gabbard, though. It's my married last name.
Robbins is your married name?
Gabbard is. So
Gabbard?
Yeah.
G-A-B-E-R-T?
G-A-B-B-E-R-T.
What is your name on your driver's license?
Gabbard. I've told them that the whole time I've been here, too. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to see why law enforcement booked it in under Robbins, if I can. Maybe I'll be able to find out.
I was confused too, honestly. I apologize.
It doesn't look like it tells me how or where they got your name. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Robbins is your maiden name.
It's my maiden name.
So you were at one point known by
Kaylee Robbins.
Kaylee Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
Your name now is
Kaylee Gabbard.
Gabbert, G-A-B-B-E-R-T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I can change your name in our system, but what I know I can do is add Gabbard as an alias or an AKA. And so what I'll do is I will do that. I'll add Gabbard as an AKA in your case. When you get a lawyer and you're downtown at your next court hearing, talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer will know exactly what to do to get the court to update their record so it reflects your current true name.
Okay.
Okay. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of aggravated assault. It is a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 28th and then a preliminary hearing July 31st. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On this allegation, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot initiate contact with the alleged victim. You cannot have physical contact with the alleged victim. You cannot possess any weapons or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Under no circumstances are you authorized upon release to reside at the same location as the alleged victim. So what this means is if you currently reside where the alleged victim resides and you are released from custody, you will have to find an alternate residence at least until your first hearing on the 28th. If you currently reside with the alleged victim and you get out of custody, but you need to go back to a shared residence to retrieve personal items, you can have a law enforcement officer escort you to that location to retrieve those items. Your other option is to go at a time that you know the alleged victim will not be there.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I was told that he didn't press charges, so there is a victim in the case that he did press charges. Is the state pressing charges against me? I'm not too sure.
Well, criminal cases are always initiated by the state.
Okay.
So I don't know how law enforcement got involved. I don't know who called law enforcement or how that came to be. But once law enforcement became involved, law enforcement has now booked you in and submitted for charging to the county attorney's office. Whether or not formal charges get filed is now up to the prosecutors for the state.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
And you said the bond was $250,000?
It's $2,500.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ms. Gabbert. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Did you get the AKA? Were you added the GAB?
Okay, can I please have Vanessa Poitra into the courtroom? Latrice Carter Wadsworth, if you please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Vanessa Renee Poitra, 1/1891.
Thank you, Ms. Poitra. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation has been filed. It alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you in the probation proceedings. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment July 29th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And if you are released from custody, within 3 days of being released, you have to call your probation officer. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Poitra. You can step back and get your paperwork. Gail Norton, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Erica Valencia, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Good afternoon, sir. May I please have your name and date of birth?
Gail Norton, 4261.
Thank you, Mr. Norton. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, 1 count of narcotic drug possession. Those are both class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, which is a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support the dangerous drug allegation and the paraphernalia allegation. I did not find probable cause to support the narcotic drug allegation. My finding of no probable cause doesn't mean that narcotic drug allegation is legally dismissed, but it does mean I am not considering that allegation for purposes of determining your release conditions. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. That lawyer will defend you against any charges that are formally filed as a result of this arrest. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 6th and then a preliminary hearing August 8th. They will both take place at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown.
What day is the 6th?
It is a Wednesday. So that's a Wednesday and a Friday. Okay, I am intending to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon release, you would then be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings. You would also be required upon release to contact pretrial services. With your release paperwork, you would get a little packet that has all of their contact information in it. So upon release, you would be required to call pretrial, go to your next court hearings, and you would also be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription once you're out of custody. Do you understand all of those conditions, Mr. Norton, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
I believe so. I do have a question, though.
Sure, go ahead.
I was simply riding my bicycle and somebody stole the lights from my bicycle, and the officer pulls me over. He wants to know my name. First off, I was not committing no crime, and I was not in suspicion as a suspect of any crime, and there was no crime being committed. And he starts asking me information about my name and everything else, and I have right to remain silent, so I remained silent and didn't want to give him any of my information. All he could have told me to do was to get off my bike and walk it because I didn't have the light. Everything else after that is moot because I took the paraphernalia that I had with me off of somebody else because she was getting high on this stuff and I was trying to protect her.
So talk to your lawyer about all of that,
Yeah.
Because I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't want you to make any material admissions that could be used against you. So when you get to your hearing on the 6th, on August 6th, talk to your lawyer about all of that. Give your lawyer your side of the events. Your lawyer will know what information to present to the trial
That's right.
court.
Habeas corpus had substances in them.
Well, you don't need a writ of habeas corpus because you're being released from custody.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Norton. You can step back and get your paperwork. Latrice Carter Wadsworth, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Paul Good, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Latrice Carter Wadsworth, 21382.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carter Wadsworth. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of disorderly conduct. It is a class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support that allegation. Because it is a misdemeanor allegation, the nature of that charge does not entitle you to a court-appointed lawyer. You do still have the right to have a lawyer represent you. You'll just have to hire one if you want a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing August 6th. It will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody. You would not be required to post a bond. Upon release, you would be ordered not to have contact with the complainant or person that called law enforcement if you know who that person is. Upon release, you also could not possess any weapons. You could not consume any alcohol or possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Ms. Carter-Wadsworth, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Erica Valencia, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Austin Huff, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Hi, my name is Erica Valencia. My date of birth is 7/21/01.
Thank you very much, Ms. Valencia. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of assault. They are both Class 1 misdemeanors. I did find probable cause to support those allegations. Despite being misdemeanors, you are entitled to a lawyer to represent you against those allegations. That lawyer will be appointed for you by the next judge you see at your next court hearing. That hearing is going to be an arraignment hearing August 5th. It will be at 8:30 in the morning. It'll take place in the West Mesa Justice Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to your next court hearing on August 5th. Upon release, you would also be ordered not to return to the scene where the alleged underlying events took place. You could not have any contact with the alleged victim. You also could not possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. Because you can't have contact with the alleged victim upon release, you also can't reside at the same location as that person. If you do currently reside where the alleged victim resides, you would be entitled to 1 civil standby to have law enforcement take you back to a joint residence to retrieve any items you have there if you need anything that's there between now and August 5th. Do you understand those conditions, Ms. Valencia, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes, I understand and I agree.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you so much.
Paul Good, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Paul Aaron Good, March 21st, 1986.
Thank you, Mr. Good. You are here on a failure to comply with court terms warrant issued by the Peoria Municipal Court. It looks like the underlying allegation in that case was a disorderly conduct allegation. Because it is a post-disposition misdemeanor matter, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you'll have to hire a lawyer to represent you going forward.
I actually believe that I went to court Wednesday of last week on this. I am not absolutely sure, but I believe it's the same case. It ended 2023. And they...
So, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I will say the last thing that the court is showing for this case is it looks like an appearance on July 10th.
Of this year?
Yeah.
That was the one. And they got a release orders, and my classes were dismissed because I had to take classes through probation.
Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know what happened. It does look like you were seen on the 10th at 8. Because this case is not, because it's pending in the Peoria Municipal Court and not this court, I don't have full access to the underlying records.
No, you're fine.
I am intending to release you on this warrant. I'm going to give you a court date too. Like I said, I don't know what's happening. It looks like the warrant that I'm seeing you on was issued 5/13 of 25. So I don't know if the court inadvertently didn't quash this warrant when you were in court, or if for some reason they didn't realize there was another issue and they saw you on one issue, but this issue is still outstanding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a court date. That court date is going to be August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Go to the Peoria court August 7th at 9 o'clock unless you contact them or go before. It is possible that you get out of custody and you call them and say, hey, I was seen on this warrant, I got a court date, but I thought this was all done. They might say, you're right, this was a mistake, we'll get rid of that court date, this is all taken care of. They might say, same thing. I don't know what happened. You'll have to come in and see the judge.
You're good.
So I'll give you the address, phone number to that court in your release paperwork. Nothing stops you from trying to resolve this before your court date. But if you don't get confirmation from that court that you don't need to be in court, go on August 7th at 9. I would very much rather you be in the courtroom and the judge say, this is resolved, you don't need to be here, than you not be there and they issue another warrant and you have to come here and do this again.
I already have 2 other ones, so not from the same jurisdiction.
Oh, okay. I was like, I only have you on one.
No, Hacienda, Wickenburg, and this one.
Okay. So hopefully the other 2, hopefully you're not being held in custody on the other 2. So get out of here, try and contact the Peoria court. It is possible this is some sort of misunderstanding or mistake, and hopefully they can click a couple buttons and get it taken care of. But like I said, if that doesn't happen, please make sure you go to court on August 7th.
Understood.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Good?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Austin Huff, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Austin Huff, March 28th, 1994.
Thank you, Mr. Huff. You are here on allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of assault. They are both Class 1 misdemeanors. I did find probable cause to support those allegations. Because they are misdemeanor offenses, the nature of those charges does not entitle you to a court-appointed lawyer. You do still have the right to have a lawyer defend you if you want one. You'll just have to hire a lawyer to represent you.
Okay.
Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing. It'll be August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. It will take place in the Peoria Municipal Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to that next court hearing.
Okay.
You would also be ordered upon release not to have contact with the alleged victim, meaning you also could not reside at the same location as that person. You would be ordered upon release not to possess any weapons and not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Mr. Huff, if you currently reside where the alleged victim resides, you, like everybody else, would be entitled to 1 civil standby to have law enforcement take you back to any joint location to retrieve items you have there that you might need between now and August 7th.
Okay.
Your other option would be to go when you know the alleged victim is not at that shared residence. My only word of caution on that is you can't reach out to the alleged victim, so please don't try to communicate with that person to determine whether or not that person will be at that location.
Okay.
But if there's a third party that can tell you, hey, I know so-and-so is not here, won't be home for an hour, you can go in that hour window. Also, if you know what that person's schedule is and you share a residence and you know so-and-so is going to be at work on this day, you could go then. But if you are not positive that the alleged victim is not there, work through law enforcement and have them escort you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you understand those conditions and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Huff. You can step back and get your paperwork. Okay, number 12 on the calendar, Charleston Guy Monroe, date of birth 9/24/85, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population due to intoxication. He is here on allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations and appointed a lawyer to defend him. His next court hearings will be a status conference July 28th and a preliminary hearing July 31st, both at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. He has a $5,000 secured appearance bond on those allegations. Number 16 on the calendar, Sydney Ann Ritter, date of birth 4/4/89, is not in the courtroom because she was unable to function in general population due to combative behavior. She is here on 4 bench warrants, all 4 issued by the probation court when she failed to appear at non-witness violation hearings. She has a lawyer in all 4 cases already. Her next court hearing in all 4 matters will be a new non-witness violation hearing July 29th at 8:30. On each of these 4 warrants, she has a $250 secured appearance bond, making her total bond $1,000, all secured appearance. Last on the calendar, number 26, Kristen Lynette Ordonez, date of birth 8/8/77, is not in the courtroom because she was
getting confirmation on the fingerprint. I don't know when she'll be coming, but she'll be on her way. I don't know when she'll be coming, but she'll be on her way.
Okay. After I'm done with this, is in training, I'll go get you that confirmation.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. So, you want me to come to bring them right now? They can?
If they can, Commissioner says if you guys absolutely just cannot bring him in the beginning, then we'll take him at the end. But she'd prefer for him to have a court interpreter.
All right.
Thank you. You may be seated. Give me just a second and we will get started. Excellent. Ms. Fernandez, are you on the telephone?
Yes, the interpreter Ofelia Fernandez is on the line.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 22nd, 2025.
Buenas tardes, yo soy Elizabeth Campbell, soy la juez comisionada a cargo de la comparecencia inicial del día de hoy, 22 de julio del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
La orden de muestra de ADN y de huellas dactilares que se dictó en el primer calendario del primer día del mes continúa vigente para todas las causas.
Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them.
Quiero recordarles que tienen el derecho a no declarar y que cualquier cosa que ustedes digan durante la audiencia se podría utilizar en su contra.
Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney.
La mayoría de ustedes cumple con los requisitos para que se les asigne un abogado de oficio.
If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Si ustedes no cumplen con los requisitos para que el juez les nombre un abogado o incluso aunque cumplan con los requisitos, pero ustedes desean contratar un abogado particular, pueden hacerlo, ustedes tendrían que cubrir esos gastos.
I will be calling you up individually.
Voy a llamarlos uno por uno de manera individual.
When your name is called, please proceed to the podium.
Cuando escuchen su nombre, por favor pasen y párense frente al atril.
At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you.
Cuando se concluya su caso, los oficiales les entregarán documentos.
That paperwork will detail my orders in your case.
Esa documentación incluye los detalles de la orden que estoy dando en lo relacionado con su caso.
It will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings.
También incluirá la fecha, la hora y el lugar donde se llevarán a cabo las audiencias futuras que tienen.
We are going to start this evening with Rafael Morales Garcia, please.
Empezaremos esta tarde con Rafael Morales García. Por favor, pase.
All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Señor, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Mi nombre es Rafael Morales García.
My name is Rafael Morales García.
And Mr. Morales Garcia, what is your date of birth?
Señor Morales García, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Febrero 7 del 85.
February 7th, 1985.
Mr. Morales Garcia, you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation.
Señor, usted está aquí porque se presentó o se le imputa que usted quebrantó el régimen a prueba en el Tribunal Superior.
And that case in which you are alleged to have violated your probation is CR 2024-139771.
CR 2024-139771, Your Honor.
That's right.
Y ese caso en el que presuntamente usted quebrantó el régimen a prueba es el caso CR 2024-139771.
In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney.
En lo relacionado con esa causa, voy a nombrarle un abogado.
And I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30.
Y voy a programar una audiencia para el 29 de julio a las 8:30.
That hearing will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Y esa audiencia se llevará a cabo en el Tribunal Superior en el centro.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $250.
Voy a fijar una fianza con garantía en su caso por una cantidad de $250.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I am reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
En caso de que usted pague esa fianza y se le deje en libertad, le informo que usted tiene que ponerse en contacto con el agente de régimen a prueba en las próximas 72 horas.
Okay. Go ahead, step to your left, officer has your paperwork for you.
Por favor, pase al lado izquierdo, ahí le entregarán su documentación.
All right, we are going to go, do we have, I believe it's Mr. Gonzalez yet?
Me parece ser que la próxima persona es el señor González. ¿Está ya listo?
Hey, Mr. Gonzalez, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Señor González, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Fernando González.
Fernando González.
And Mr. Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
Señor González, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
11 de noviembre del 87.
November 11, 87.
Thank you. And Mr. Gonzalez, you were arrested earlier today on charges of criminal trespass in the first degree, a Class 6 felony.
Señor González, a usted se le aprendió más temprano el día de hoy por las siguientes acusaciones: entrada ilícita en propiedad ajena, primer grado, delito de categoría 6.
Criminal damage, a Class 6 felony.
Daño en propiedad ajena, delito de categoría 6.
And burglary in the second degree, a Class 4 felony.
Y entrada ilícita en propiedad ajena con fines delictivos en segundo grado, un delito de categoría 4.
I did find probable cause for those violations.
Determino que hay motivo de procesamiento para esas pretensiones.
And I am appointing you an attorney.
Y voy a nombrar un abogado.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30.
Voy a programar 2 audiencias. La primera de ellas es el 28 de julio a las 8:30.
And the next one on July 31st at 8:30. I do, Giselle, we are going to need to reprint his paperwork.
Y la otra es el 31 de julio a las 8:30. Your Honor, pardon the interruption. You mentioned something about paperwork.
I'm sorry, that was my instruction to the clerk. I'm sorry. I am appointing, I am setting a secured appearance bond. Actually, let me back up. I'm sorry, interpreter, we talked about the last hearing on July 31st at 8:30. We talked, did we provide that information yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and those hearings are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Entonces hablamos, la otra audiencia que tienes el 31 de julio a las 8:30. Esas audiencias serán en el Tribunal Superior del Centro.
28 o 30.
The 28th or the 30th?
There are 2 hearings set in your matter, the first for July 28th at 8:30 and the next one for July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Tiene 2 audiencias, la primera de ellas el 28 de julio a las 8:30 y la segunda el 31 de julio a las 8:30. Ambas son en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa en las instalaciones del centro.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $5,000.
Y fijo una fianza con garantía de $5,000.
I am also putting on the record in your matter that extraordinary circumstances were found pursuant to State v. Brown.
Entonces determino también, dejo sentado en actas que hay circunstancias extraordinarias en su caso, en el caso relacionado del Estado contra Brown.
With respect to the time of the initial appearance hearing.
Con respecto a la hora de la comparecencia inicial.
Based upon the information provided by the arresting agency.
En base a la información que proporcionó la agencia que llevó a cabo la detención.
Defendant's need for medical care prevented the defendant from participating in an initial appearance hearing within 24 hours after arrest.
Debido a que el acusado necesitaba atención médica, la comparecencia inicial no se pudo llevar a cabo en las 24 horas después de que se le detuvo.
All right. Go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Pase por favor a la izquierda, el agente tiene su documentación.
All right. Madam Interpreter, can you please inquire in the gallery if anybody else needs or would like your services and ask them to raise their hand if they would?
Happy to do so, Your Honor. Habla la intérprete. ¿Hay alguien más que necesite la ayuda del intérprete en español? Levante la mano.
We've got no hands. Thank you so much for your services this afternoon.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
All right, Sean Whitlock, please. All right, Mr. Whitlock, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Sean Whitlock.
And Mr. Whitlock, what's your date of birth?
July 2nd, 1975.
Thank you. And you are here today on 2 warrants. We're going to go ahead and talk about your case, CR 2019-139538. In that matter, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear. I'm not appointing you an attorney in that matter because if you're eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You can always, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In this 2019 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about November 6th of 2019, you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a class, that would be a class 4 felony. In that matter, I'm also appointing you an attorney, and in that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 3 hearings in your case. The first on July 28th at 8:30, the next one on July 29th at 8:30, and the last one on July 31st at 8:30. Because you are on release in your 2019 matter at the time of commission of the offenses in your 2020 case, I am holding you non-bondable in your 2020 case. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Okay, give me just a second and we will. All right, Aaron Rodriguez, please. And then Bodrea Nikolai. All right, are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Aaron Enrique Rodriguez,
And Mr. Rodriguez, what's your date of birth?
May 3rd, 1996.
Thank you. And you are here on 4 matters this afternoon. We're going to go ahead and talk. We're just going to go down the list. You are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued the grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that on or about July 2nd of 2024, you possessed or used narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. On or about July 22nd, 2024, you possessed or used dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. On or about July 2nd, 2024, you possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. On or about July 2nd, 2024, you committed the offense of misconduct involving weapons, a Class 4 felony, and there's 2 counts of the misconduct involving weapons. In that grand jury matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $50,000. Now, you are also here because a second grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest. And this one is on allegations that on or about March 7th of 2024, you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. And that on or about March 7th of 2024, you possessed or used narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. And on or about March 7th of 2024, you possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. And then on or about March 7th of 2024, you failed to comply with a police officer, a Class 2 misdemeanor. And on or about March 7th of 2024, you committed the offense of a registration or license plate violation, a Class 2 misdemeanor. In that grand jury matter, I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation. In your case, is CR 2022-006622 and CR 2023-107450. In both of those probation cases, your new charges that we just talked about in the grand jury matters would constitute an alleged term 1 violation in your existing probation cases. I am appointing you an attorney in both probation cases, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork.
Am I able to say anything?
Yes.
In those time frames, I did have a drug problem, but as of right now, I don't. I'm attending the substance abuse classes, and I'm going to the methadone clinic, and I was hoping that there would be any way that you could lower the $50,000 bond in any way, or if I could, because I have a stepdaughter now, she's 4 years old, and I'm up to date in being like my probation officer. I'm within like the requirements and everything, and even my last couple of drug tests at the methadone clinic have been clean. So like I'm really it's frustrating that I didn't get like any mail about these. So like these warrants are it's a real surprise to me because I didn't get any paperwork on it.
And I understand that, and I do see from the notes that you have been in contact with your probation officer. The grand jury warrant in your case, CR 2024-008179, that's the one with the $50,000 secured appearance bond. That was issued on December 12th of 24. Your other grand jury warrant was issued on February 25th of 25. Because the grand jury has a lot more information than I do, I'm going to leave those bonds where they are, but I did appoint you an attorney in all of your cases, so these are all things you can talk to your attorney about, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So there isn't any way to be able to fight this on the outside? Like, could I have an ankle monitor or something?
I'm again, because the grand jury has more information than I have, and they're the ones that recommended those bonds, I'm gonna leave those bonds set where they are, okay? Go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork.
Thank you.
Ladrea Nikolai, please. And then Omar Arona, please. Hello, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Baudry Nikolai.
And Mr. Nikolai, what's your date of birth?
12/6/89.
Thank you. All right, you are here today on 5 cases. So we're going to go ahead and talk about your new case first. You were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and theft or control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony, and failure to admit carrying a deadly weapon, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. In your new case, I am setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in Maricopa County cases CR 2024-119545, CR 2024-119546, and CR 2024-130008, CR 2024-151242. In each of those 4 probation cases, your new charges for which you were arrested earlier today would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation. In each of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of those probation violation matters, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So that is a $125. So for your new case, it's a $25,000 secured appearance bond, and in each of your 4 probation cases, it is a $500 secured appearance bond. Go ahead, step the left, officer has your paperwork for you. Omar Arona, please, and then Harlan Yazzie. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for record.
Omar Arona,
And Mr. Arona, what's your date of birth?
3/19/1996.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested earlier today on charges of unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. Based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $15,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your parole officer within 24 hours because I understand from reading the Form 4 that you are on parole. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Harlan Yazzie, please, and then Abel Correa Bernardino. All right, Mr. Yazzie, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Harlan Yazzie,
And Mr. Yazzie, what is your date of birth?
10/18/83.
Thank you. And you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about May 18th of 2024, you committed the offense of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony. In that matter, based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney for you. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $5,000.
Okay.
Go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Abel Correa Bernardino, and then Dante Dario Reyes. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
My full name is Abel Jesus Correa Bernardino.
And Mr. Bernardino, what is your date of birth?
February 25th, 1995.
Thank you. And you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probation, in your case, CR 2021-106172. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Okay. I have one question. From when was the probation?
So from when was the probation?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on.
Because I've been in rehab for like a year now, and I never got any information saying I was on probation.
So it looks like the petition to revoke your probation was filed on July 25th of 23. The warrant that issued with that petition to revoke was issued on July 25th, also issued on July 25th of 23.
Okay.
So in looking at this, it doesn't look like you've been in contact with your probation officer for a long time.
Yeah, because I didn't really think I had probation. I was in rehab too, and they didn't tell me anything. I went to go get my IDs, and they didn't tell me anything either.
All right. Well, like I said, you can explain all this to your attorney. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. Dante Dario Reyes, please, and then Kevin Aubrey.
Dante Dario Reyes, date of birth February 8th, 1999.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Reyes, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter, CR 2025-123755. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You may always, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
The court, I was actually not aware. I was petitioned by Mesa PD, and I was in Valleywise Behavioral Health on June 2nd. I was there from June 1st up until the 8th, so I wasn't aware of my court date. And as soon as I got out of court or out of Valleywise Behavioral Center, I tried calling every single day. I tried leaving a voicemail to my public defenders, and they never gave me a call back because I got the letter that said I missed court on the 2nd. But I wasn't aware because I wasn't able to. I was basically being held at Valleywise. And then this last week, I also had 2 surgeries. So I was asking if I could just be out on my own recognizance, and then with the promise that I'll appear at my next court date.
So yeah, you were released at
I went
initial appearance court. You were released at initial appearance court on June 9th, 2025. On that date, they gave you hearings that you were supposed to go to. You were originally
right. But I was taken to CBI first, Community Bridges, on the 26th, and then from the 26th on the 1st of July, I was taken over to Valleywise up until the 8th. So it wasn't until I got out of Valleywise that I saw the letter that said I had court on the 2nd.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this this failure to appear bond set a failure to appear bond at $1,000 in the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release. You do need to go to your hearings, okay? Go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Kevin Aubrey, please. And then Stephanie Serini. All right, Mr. Aubrey, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Kevin.
And Mr. Aubrey, what's your last name?
Aubrey.
Okay, and Mr. Aubrey, what's your date of birth?
6/14/1998.
Thank you. And you are here this evening on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your new matter first. You were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your new case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Now, you are currently on probation in cases CR 2025-114343 and CR 2023-007414. In each of those probation cases, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In both of those probation cases, probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 2023 probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500, $2,500. In your 2025 probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. Stephanie Serini, please, and then Jessica Hicks. All right, Ms. Serini, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Stephanie Serini.
And Ms. Serini, what is your date of birth?
3/19/1982.
Thank you. All right, you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest based upon allegations that you violated your probations in your cases CR 2023-000930 and CR 2024-103176. In each of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 23 probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. In your 2024 probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I'm reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Jessica Hicks and then Rebecca Lopez. All right, good evening, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Yes, ma'am. It's Jessica Hicks.
And Ms. Hicks, what's your date of birth?
It's September 7th, 95.
Thank you. All right, and you are here on two matters. You were arrested earlier today on charges of disobeying an order of the court. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney because I'm setting a bond. And representation is for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. I'm setting a hearing on July 28th at 8:30 in the Arrowhead Justice Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because your charges in your new case would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your existing probation in CR 2024-127026. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your probation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
So that's $800?
$800, secured.
Okay. May I say something?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to remind you, though, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you.
No, I know. I respect this court, and I would never try to violate a court order. I just wanted to state that before my boyfriend and I even tried to move back in together, he went to the Peoria court on July 7th to make sure that the order was quashed. And they gave him the information that it was expired since last year. That was verified with the police officer. The county clerk did not give him the correct information for my current order. The way she explained it was that when they first tried to serve me, they were unable to do so, and so that for some reason expired while I was in jail, and then they served me again while I was in jail. But he went to get it quashed on the 7th, and they told him that it was expired and done with, and that's when we decided, okay, we're good, we're abiding by all orders, and then we moved back in together. I know as of right now it is quashed officially with the courts, but I just wanted to tell you we would never try to violate a court order. This is serious to me. It's affected my entire life, and I'm trying to turn things around. I wouldn't even try to contact him if I felt like there was a court order against me. I know that it's still $800. I just wanted to just put that on the record that this was not intentional at all whatsoever. I thought and he thought that we were abiding by the court order because that's what the county clerk told us, that it was expired. We didn't know until today that there was still an order against me from him.
And I understand that. What I'm basing my decision on is the information in the Form 4, where the law enforcement says that they were advised that there is a valid order of protection against you so this is what I'm going on. If you guys, it sounds like you guys may need to get it cleared up going forward, but for my information in front of me is the order was valid and you violated it. So I'm going to leave those bonds set. Go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
Rebecca Lopez, please, and then Christopher Kolzinski. All right, Ms. Lopez, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Rebecca Lopez.
And Ms. Lopez, what's your date of birth?
9/20/85.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probations in CR 2022-132083 and CR 2024-105987. In both of those matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your CR 2022 case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. And in your CR 2024 case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I'm reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork.
Okay.
Christopher Kalinsky, please, and then Samuel Gildine. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Golchinski, 11/03/2001.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2022-117211. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. If you post the bond, don't forget you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, Samuel Gildine, please. And then Felipe Munoz. All right, sir, go ahead, say your name for the record.
Samuel Gildine.
And Mr. Gildine, what's your date of birth?
1/28/1990.
All right, you were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs. That's a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case. The first on August 6th at 8:30, and the next one on August 8th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Sir, will you go to those hearings?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go and release you today to pretrial services. You will need to register with pretrial services, but they will do things like remind you of your hearing dates, and they can also give you bus passes if you need them to get to your hearing.
They can give me bus passes?
Yes.
Cool.
As I understand it.
All right.
All right, go ahead, step left, officer has your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Felipe Munoz, and then Evelyn Ramirez. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Felipe Munoz, November 2nd, 1982.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested on charges of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, shoplifting concealment, a Class 1 misdemeanor, with your dates of offense being July 20th of 25 and June 1st of 25. I did find probable cause for both of those. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on August 6th at 1 p.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
All right, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. You need to go to that hearing. If you don't go to that hearing, another arrest warrant may issue, okay?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Evelyn Ramirez, please. All right, Ms. Ramirez, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Evelyn Lucero Ramirez.
And Ms. Ramirez, what's your date of birth?
July 19, 1986.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Moon Valley Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter stemming from a February 3rd, 2025 trespassing charge. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because you're not entitled to have me appoint one due to the nature of the charges. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on August 8th at 10 a.m. in the Moon Valley Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Of course.
Okay, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you this evening on your own recognizance. Go ahead, step left, officer has your paperwork.
Thank you.
All right, and we should probably clear before the next one.
Sure. JP, gonna go officer, and the court will clear, please.
All right, and while we're waiting for that, we're going to go ahead and put the house call on the record. Our house call this evening is Oceana Brown. Miss Brown's date of birth is February 2nd, 2002. Second.
Hey, officer, I need the courtroom clear, please.
All right, Ms. Brown was arrested earlier today on charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing her an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on July 28th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750 in Ms. Brown's case. If anything changes after I talk to Ms. Brown, I will go ahead and update my written order. And Giselle, can you reprint that one?
Thank you. It's clear, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Morgan, please.
Morgan?
All right, Ms. Morgan, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Marquisha Morgan,
And Ms. Morgan, what's your date of birth?
10/20/88.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested yesterday on charges of child vulnerable adult abuse, a class 4 felony, aggravated assault, class 6 felony, DUI, class 1 misdemeanor, liquor consuming in the vehicle, a class 1 misdemeanor, and reckless driving, a class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I'm appointing you an attorney. I'm setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $15,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You may not possess any weapons, you may not consume alcohol, and you may not have any contact with any arresting officer or any alleged victim who is a law enforcement officer. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you. All right, with that, that concludes our 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar. We are going to stand adjourned until the 8 p.m. calendar, and we are off the record. All right, Miguel Camarena, please, and then Mason Surratt. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Miguel Camarena,
And Mr. Camarena, what's your date of birth?
01/01/2000.
Thank you. All right, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $2,500. All right, in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Mason Surratt, please, and then Dana Petticord. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Mason Surratt, 5390.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested earlier today on charges of unlawful flight from law enforcement, a class 5 felony, and failing to notify a class 1 misdemeanor, and DUI, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing, based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent for purposes of appointing you an attorney, so I am not appointing you an attorney this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30, both of those in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $1,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain conditions, including alcohol testing. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Dana Petticord, please, and then Cassidy Savely. All right, Ms. Petticord, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dana Petticord, December 14th, 1976.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2016-121130. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork for you. Cassidy Savely, please. All right, Ms. Savely, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Cassidy Savely.
And Ms. Savely, what is your date of birth?
October 13, 2003.
All right, you are here today because you were arrested earlier today on charges of aggravated assault, assault with a violation of an order of protection, a class 6 felony, and disobeying an order or mandate of the court, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney for you. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting, hold on. Excuse me.
That's here.
Thank you. Setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including no victim contact, electronic monitoring, and no returning to the scene of the alleged crime. I wanted to ask you that. Where did the alleged crime occur?
It was on my street.
Okay, it was on your street. Do you and the alleged victim live together?
No.
Okay. Okay, but it was on your street, not...
Yeah, like I was like, well, it was like maybe just like a little bit off, but I could see my house from where we were.
Okay. So because this is your house and it was the street, and you're telling me it was the street in front of your house? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and update that to take away the scene of the crime. Okay, I am leaving in, though, no contact with the alleged victim, okay? No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. All right, we are updating that, and we'll get you those orders. Go ahead, step to the left, and you can have a seat, and we'll get those to you.
I'll get your paperwork.
Adriana Valenzuela, please. All right, Ms. Valenzuela, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Adriana Teresita Valenzuela, 043003.
Thank you. And you are here today on 4 matters. Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probations in CR 2024-128709, CR 2023-1444526, CR 2023-002099, and CR 2022-136975. In each of those 4 probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 24 case ending 8709, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In your 23 case ending 4526, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In your 23 case ending 2099, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In your 22 case ending 6975, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $300. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Andrew Elliott, and then Andrew Anzuris. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Andrew Elliott,
And Mr. Elliott, what's your date of birth?
January 30th, 1987.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that, I'm sorry, it's a direct complaint, issued a direct complaint. That direct complaint alleges that on or about, hold on, July 11, 2020 through July 21st of 2021, you committed the offense of false statement, a Class 6 felony. On or about the dates of July 11th, 2020 through July 21st of 2021, you committed the offense of fraudulent schemes and practices, a Class 5 felony. And then on or about July 11th, 2020 through July 21st, you committed the offense of theft, a Class 5 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney. Oh, wait, hold on. So based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I'm not appointing you an attorney. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court on July 28th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to go to your hearing. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Andrew Anzuris, please.
I do.
All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Andrew Anzuris,
And Mr. Anzuris, what is your date of birth?
July 29, 1994.
Thank you. All right, you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest because you failed to appear in your matter CR 2024-001168. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to go to your hearing. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. All right, Alicia Zamora, please. And then Abinde Ayala. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Alicia Zamora,
And Ms. Zamora, what is your date of birth?
7/28/86.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest because you failed to appear in your matter CR 2025-000114. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. And Karina, I do need to update that, sorry. I am setting hearings, the first on July 28th at 8:30, the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you do need to go to your hearing, all right? Go ahead, step to the left. We'll have your updated paperwork to you in just a minute. All right, Abindi Ayala, please, and then Jewel Hunley. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Abinadai Ayala,
And Mr. Ayala, what is your date of birth?
March 16, 1983.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2021-137651. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have one appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You can always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to go to your hearings and you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, and we'll get your paperwork to you.
Thank you.
Jewel Hunley, please. And then after Ms. Hunley, Brittany Knopf. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jewel Hunley,
And Ms. Hunley, what is your date of birth?
10/31/1994.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2023-137114. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You can always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting two hearings in your case, the first on July 28th at 8:30 and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I am reminding you need to go to your hearings. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. All right, Brittany Knopf and then Alyssa Uriati, please.
Hello.
Hi. All right, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Brittany Knopf,
And Ms. Knopf, what's your date of birth?
2/25/93.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that on or about October 12th of 2024, you committed the offense of promoting prison contraband, a Class 2 felony. I am appointing you an attorney in that matter, and I am setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this matter in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post this bond and secure your release, I am reminding you, you may not possess weapons, and you do need to go to your hearings, okay? Go ahead, step to left, officer has your paperwork. Alyssa Uriati, please, and then Francis Garcia. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Alyssa Uriarte,
And Ms. Uriarte, what is your date of birth?
May 22nd, 1993.
Thank you. All right, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in your case, CR 2021-138395. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I am reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Francis Garcia, please. And then Michael Carmelo. All right, Ms. Garcia, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Francis Garcia.
And Ms. Garcia, what's your date of birth?
July 1st, 1959.
All right, and you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in case CR 2024-147070. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $100. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I remind you, you need to go to your hearings and you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. Michael Carmelo, please. All right, Mr. Camillo, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Michael Carmelo,
Mr. Camillo, what's your date of birth?
12676.
All right, you are here on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County matter first. Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2023-159041. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50 in that case. Mr. Carmelo, we're not done yet. All right, in the event so you are also here because the Ajo Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations. You got to stay there, we're almost done. We'll go, that on allegations that you, it's a post-adjudication warrant. It's a post-adjudication warrant. In that matter, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Ajo Justice Court on July 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. Finally, you are here because the Ajo Justice Court issued a second warrant for your arrest. This is also a post-adjudication warrant. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which again will be in the Ajo Justice Court on July 25th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $50. All right, go ahead, step to the left. All right, Miranda Vassineri. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Miranda Baccanetti.
And Ms. Vaccaneri, what is your date of birth?
9/24/89.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Northwest Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to pay in your matter stemming from a July 6, 2024 offense of driving with a suspended or revoked license. In that matter, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you because of the nature of the charges. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on August 7th at 1 p.m. in the North Mesa Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
You need to go to that.
Yes.
Because another arrest warrant may issue, and then this whole thing happens again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
Officer, has your paperwork. All right, Denise Davis, please. And officer, can we clear? I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. Ma'am.
What does she want? Huh?
Come here. Have a seat for a second.
Okay.
There was a missing charge that was in the warrant that wasn't included in ISIS. We can add it in. I don't know if you want to change the section and advise you, or if
Yeah.
the paperwork.
Huh?
Urgent.
What is the, what is
It's
the?
count 91 that was missing.
Yeah, we can, it's count, it's in the where?
It's in the warrant. But it wasn't included in the list.
Oh, I advised her based on the warrant.
Oh, okay, so she was advised.
She was, because I went down the warrant.
Perfect, okay, I'll just amend it.
Okay. We have a lot of house calls. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start reading the house calls into the record. Our first house call, our house calls are unable to be with us this evening because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of being with us here in court today. All right, our first house call is Charles Reed. Mr. Reed's date of birth is December 7th, 1981. Mr. Reed is here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for his arrest on allegations that he violated his probation in CR 2024-003588. In that matter, I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50 in his case. Our next house call is Allison Silvers. Ms. Silvers' date of birth is March 9th, 2003. Ms. Silvers is here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for her arrest on allegations that she violated her probation in CR 2024-107111. In that matter, I am appointing her an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on July 29th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Our next house call is Jamal Reed. Mr. Reed's date of birth is August 10th, 1996. In that matter, Mr. Reed was arrested earlier today on charges of shoplifting with an artifice, a Class 4 felony, and refusing to give his true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing him an attorney. I'm setting two hearings, the first on July 28th at 8:30, and the next one on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his matter in the amount of $750. Our next house call is Maddox Ezell. Mr. Ezell's date of birth is December 10th, 1999. Mr. Ezell is here because he was arrested earlier today on aggravated assault, violation of an order of protection, a Class 6 felony, and disobeying a court order, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those. Based upon the information that Mr. Ezell provided to to pretrial services, I am finding that he is not indigent, so I am not appointing him an attorney. However, he may, of course, retain an attorney at his own expense to represent him. I am setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 in Mr. Ezell's case. In the event that he is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring. Our last house call is Anthony Garcia. I reviewed it. In Mr. Garcia's date of birth is May 28, 2005. In Mr. Garcia's case, I am finding that extraordinary circumstances were found pursuant to State v. Brown with respect to the time of the initial appearance hearing based upon the information provided by the arresting agency. Defendant's need for medical care prevented the defendant from participating in an initial hearing within 24 hours after arrest. Mr. Garcia was arrested for drive-by shooting, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony, unlawful discharge of a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony, and endangerment, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. The offense date for all of those was on or about July 7th, 2025. I am appointing Mr. Garcia an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Mr. Garcia's case, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $750,000. All right, that is our house calls, and we have one in-person left. And Ms. Davis, will you go ahead and state your name for the record?
Denise Davis,
And Ms. Davis, what's your date of birth?
June 24, 66.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, adult on minor, a Class 6 felony, and assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Ma'am, my granddaughter, she is 19, but y'all keep saying a minor. She is 19 and she struck me first. So some of the information is not correct. She is not a minor. She is 19.
Okay, I understand, ma'am.
Okay,
based upon the information in the Form 4, the Form 4 alleges assault on a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old. I don't know. My other granddaughter, it would be Jada, and she'll be 14. And I didn't. It only was me and Jada, my oldest. So, and she is 19 now. I love my grandkids. I work with the school district, okay, and I love them. So somewhere is something mixed up where they saying that I touched the minor. Those are my grandkids. Mm-hmm. Okay, ma'am, based on the information in the Form 4, I'm going to go ahead and find probable cause on that. I am appointing you an attorney, and you can explain all of this to your attorney.
Okay.
I'm setting hearings on July 28th at 8:30 and July 31st at 8:30, all in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Even if you are the owner or renter of the residence, you may not go back. You would have to find someplace else to live. You can arrange for one civil standby to collect any essential belongings. You would also be subject to electronic monitoring.
They don't live there. I live there. It was at my residence.
Okay. So where do they live?
What is their address? I think it's 15. I'm not sure what that was my residence. I live at 1145. They do not live there, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that in place at this point. And you can talk to your attorney, and you can talk to the judge on the 28th.
Okay, yeah, because they don't live there.
Okay, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork.
Okay, so but when you say $15,000, so I can't get out.
So it is a secured appearance bond. You can work with a bond company to get that posted. Okay. Officers will have the information regarding bond companies.